Hey there guys, Snoo here again with a new video series. Yeah, I decided it's time to start a new series. I noticed that a lot of my content is quite long, and while nobody really complains about it too much, it's starting to irk me a little bit even. And I would like to diversify my content a little bit, make a few shorter videos. So, welcome the Quick Tips series. Each one of these videos will hopefully be less than 10 minutes long at the very most. And this video, being the very first one, I am going to explain a tiny detail briefly what's up with this new series. Have you guys ever had a moment when you're playing Path of Exile and you're studying this, you're studying that, you're coming back to this, coming back to that, and then suddenly you have like a facepalm moment where you're like, well, why didn't I know that already? Or how did I forget about that? Or oh my god, I can't believe that's how it works. Yeah, yours truly has had quite a few of those moments as well. We're always learning about this game, learning new things. So this series will be geared towards especially newer players, but honestly, any caliber player. A lot of times people just kind of forget these things over time. And the first one will be about a very well-known subject, especially for the veterans out there. It'll be the Chaos Recipe. Yes, if you don't know anything about the Chaos Recipe, just Google it. Chaos space recipe space BOE, and you can click on literally any link there. Even the outdated ones will present the right information, because this particular mechanic has not changed, like ever, I don't think, ever since its conception. The Chaos Vendor Recipe is where you vendor an entire set of rare gear, usually unidentified, to get 2 Chaos Orbs back. The rare set of gear needs to be item level 60 to 74. But here's the kicker. Not all pieces have to be that item level. Here, for example, is a nice tab I have. And one of my quick tips of this video is, if you're going to do the Chaos Recipe, you should probably go all the way with it. Typically, players will do this in League Start and not do it all the way through. So you probably have a nice, convenient quad tab available to put things in. Now, you could just slam all of these items in to some random tab and then pull them out slowly and surely. But if you have it nice and organized, it's a lot easier to do. Trust me, save yourself the time and trouble. Do it up front. By the way, bows do not require their quiver counterparts. So there you go. 2 Chaos Orbs back. Let me do it again. The second set, I do believe, I have a few items actually outside the range of the necessary 60 to 74. You're going to see, oh, I have a rustic sash, item level 76. And I have a helmet, item level 76. So it shouldn't work, right?
Greetings.
Let's see what happens when I put it in. Oh, it still gives me 2 Chaos Orbs. Why? Well, because apparently you don't need all of the items to be in the range. You only need one of them. Only one. The only caveat is that they cannot be below the range. They must be at or above the range. And as long as at least one item level item is item level 60, and the lowest item level item you have is 60, then you will get 2 Chaos Orbs back, assuming you put in the right set. Okay, in case you didn't see it, one more time. Any 2 rings, an amulet, a belt, gloves, boots, helmet, chest, and I like to use 2-handers because it's easier to keep up than trying to keep 2 one-handers and weird stuff like that. There it is. I have a few of these banked up, so yeah. Let's talk about some resources here. I'll bring you down to my desktop. Filter Blade. I noticed this season, I don't know if it'll always be this case, but it would seem that Filter Blade had changed something recently. They removed the check for Chaos Recipe items, or either that or I just missed it somehow, but I'm pretty sure it was there automatically. Just so you know, I was using a semi-strict loot filter at the start. It was exactly default there. And I highly recommend that you go in and at least double check down where it says add additional show hide rules. Add class-based rules. This is an override system that will override automatically whatever your loot filter is checking otherwise. For me, I noticed in in Arch Nemesis League, which is the current league where this video is coming out, I noticed that it was not showing me the rares that I wanted to see, unlike previous seasons automatically. So I have to go down here. I'm going to put rarity, rare. I'm going to put in here item level range 60 to 74. And I need to select what kind. Now I don't want to mess with one-handers, so I'll put two-handers, including bows, staff, two-handed, axe, mace, sword, not wands, war staff, okay, body armor, boots, gloves, helmets, shield, no need for that, amulets, belts, no quivers, rings, and that's the rest. So I don't need to put bases in here, just check these off right here, and it will show this right here. And I will change mine a little bit. I like green border. I like it to be bigger. You can make it big or small. You can add an icon if you want. You can go crazy, blue icon. You can make it a moon. You can make it yellow. You can do anything you want here. I don't want the icon myself. This is how I like mine particularly. And then voila, you're done. You know, just go in, save it to whatever you want, download it over here. You should know the rule already. This video is not about the loot filter in particular, but it is something that did come up. So it's a quick tip there. The loot filter, if it's not set up properly, you will not see what you want to see for the chaos recipe. And the other thing about the chaos recipe is usually what you'll be missing predominantly is jewelry, especially rings. You see, I'm short on rings more than anything. Well, I'm short on body armor at the moment, but I can easily replace those. Rings and amulets were harder to replace. So what you want to do is you may want to run content that specifically gives you rings and amulets. Now that could be the league encounter, which in Arch Nemesis is very deterministically going to give you rings and jewelry if you want it to. Expedition less so did that too, but Scourge League and Ultimatum did not do that for us in recent leagues. So if you can't do any kind of deterministic league encounter that is the current league encounter, you can always go back to Heist, and you see this advertised from other content creators. Personally, I like Delve a little bit better because Heist requires a little more building it up and working it through, a little bit more time consuming. Delve is just kind of quick and easy. Go to whatever depth you need to go and you can start farming it pretty easily. So yeah, that's basically the end of that video. This will conclude quick tip number 1 about the chaos recipe. If you have any questions below, feel free to ask. This content is primarily going to be for League Start. Most of the content comes out in this particular series will be relevant at the time when I release the video, but hopefully it can maintain or endure time over time. This particular one should, because it's been around for a very, very long time. You're not going to want to use this chaos recipe forever. At some point, 2 chaos orbs for an entire set of gear won't really be worth it for you probably. But at the League Start, it's an invaluable resource, and even the heaviest, most hardcore juicing players out there will use this recipe for a short period of time League Start, so you probably should too. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one.